Welcome to Live in the Markets with Trader Nick. In this show, Nick will cover the latest market trends, whether they're rising or falling. Stick around to hear about trade ideas, latest news, and much more. Remember that trading involves risk and is not suitable for all investors. Today's stream is made possible by our partners and sponsors. If you're looking for a new broker, trying to get funded, or looking for a trading community to join, consider checking out the links in the description below. By using these links, you'll get access to great products and be supporting the channel. And now it's time for Live in the Markets with Trader Nick.
3, 2, 1.
My name is Nick. I'm a full-time trader and entrepreneur. We put out tons of stuff for free for traders. These are real trades. This is real money. I'm putting my money on the line. This is going to be a live trading video. Here, locking in over $1,000 on this trade. Wow, I'd love to get in on this. Technical insights that really look good to me. Here we go. We're live. Hey everybody, welcome back to another live stream. Back in the office and hot as anything because we don't have AC in our office, and this is how much we care about you guys. This is how bad we want to be in here for you. Is we've got a fun stream planned ahead, and we are back in the office for the full effect. We're going to be doing some giveaway stuff. We're going to be doing some wheel stuff behind me, and just give me a second. I'm making sure everything is running smoothly on my end. Thank you guys for being here. Shout out to all the people. Abhishek, what's up, man? Hey, Abhishek, I got news for you, my friend. You are a channel member on the A1 Trading YouTube stream. And oh, we also got Joseph. Look, I gotta for the members on the stream, by the way, gotta do you guys a quick favor. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling it up. And let's see, here we go. I'm going into, so everybody who joined membership today or yesterday to the channel, just supporting the channel, I owe you guys a board access. So let me get this going real quick. We got, let me make sure I can see all of this for you guys. Let's move this a little bit closer in. How's that? There we go. So we got to go first with Joseph. Joseph, you're getting up on the board twice. Joseph Chai. Joseph Chai. And when I say it's hot, you guys, it's like Fahrenheit. It's like 85 going to 95 today in the office. So we are going hard today. So all the members that joined the stream yesterday, I got to throw you guys up on the board for the giveaway stuff today real quick. Sharma. And then we have Nawaz Sharif. Nawaz Sharif. And then who else we got? We got Joseph Chai, and we got Boss Man. Boss Man on the board. There we go. Okay. Now, why are these people on the board? Well, we just opened up channel memberships on the A1 Trading YouTube channel, which is the other YouTube channel. We've got the Trader Nick YouTube channel, and then I got pen all over my hand. And then we've got my YouTube channel. Well, you guys who became channel members yesterday, we put you up on the board for a chance to win in this giveaway. And what this giveaway is going to be doing is it's essentially going to give you access to everything in our store, meaning the EdgeFinder and Gold VIP membership to our community. The reason we're doing this is because we just opened up channel memberships. We're looking for more people to help support our content. Of course, this stuff costs a lot of money to run. There's teams of people involved. These streams are a lot of work. And so the channel members get top priority. And just as a special thank you, we'll throw you up on the board just for, just for fun. Okay, so we've got a lot of charts to look at here. Let's jump into what's been going on. So taking a look at CAD Yen, you can see what's been going on with my personal trade. I got out. I made money on this trade, and we are officially out of the position. So I entered on this candle here, closed out on this candle prior to the big drop, and I'm feeling pretty good about that because if I look at this 15-minute chart, you can see I got out. Let me see if I can find the entry and exit. There it is. I got out on this candle, and I'm very glad that I did because we had more pain ahead for the CAD Yen bulls. So ended up making around $950 on that position. I caught this trade from here all the way up to here and made some good money on that one. So can't complain. It's just a little bit better than a 1R, so nothing crazy, but we'll take the trade as we can get it. And now time to look for more opportunities. So CAD yen on a pullback. Is it time to buy this thing again? Honestly, I might consider looking, but I didn't like the fact that we put in a lower high here. So for those of you guys who are also watching the yen pairs, we had a little bit of a yen pullback, or a little bit of a yen strengthening act. You can see things like Aussie yen coming down here today. Actually very intrigued by Aussie yen myself. A lot of yen pairs setting up right now. Dollar yen pulling back. GBPJPY pulling back. And then, of course, we got things like euro yen coming down here hard today. Double topping is euro yen. We did not get the breakout that we were looking for. I didn't have any trades open on this one, but I was looking for some sort of break of structure. We didn't get it. And so euro yen still in question here. So what we're going to do here today, I have no positions open. So it is going to be time for some hunting today. We're going to be looking at some positions and all sorts of stuff. Now, as we start the stream, let me ask you guys to do something for me. So I mentioned that we've got this board. Let's get this full screen one more time. And let me show you guys this. And don't focus on the sweat. My office doesn't have AC right now, and it is hot as HE double hockey sticks. Take a look. We're going to be putting some names up on the board, and we're going to add some free names. In fact, we're going to do 3 names on the board. When we fill this up, we'll fill this up by the end of the stream, I promise. To get on the board, here's how you get up on the board. Send a message right now. Send the word entry or board or giveaway to Drew on his Telegram chat. What we're going to do right now is in the YouTube chat, for those of you guys who are with us live, you'll see a link to send a message to Drew. There's his link right there in the chat. Click that link. And if you have Telegram, send Drew the word giveaway. And what we're going to do is we're going to put up 3 random people's names. And if when we spin this, it hits your name, you're getting everything we have for free. The EdgeFinder, the Gold VIP, and all of our software tools for MetaTrader 4. Now, don't put it, we've got to need, you guys have to send a message to Drew on Telegram. So don't put it in YouTube. You have to, let's drop that link one more time or pin it on the YouTube chat here. So send the word giveaway to Drew. His link is in the Telegram. We're going to be putting up 3 names, and he's going to message me 3 of you guys' names, and I'm going to put them up on the board here sometime pretty soon. So behind the scenes, Drew, if you could coordinate that for us in the next few minutes here. Everybody spam your messages to Drew, send the word giveaway, and 1 of you guys, or sorry, 3 of you guys, 3 names will be put up on the board for our giveaway today. Thank you for supporting the stream. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Let's keep going. Let's take a look at some charts here, and then we'll come back, check in with Drew in a moment to see which names are getting put up on the board. Remember, shoot a message to Drew. He'll help you out with that. All right. So, are there some entries on the yen crosses today? Well, the yen crosses, the yen you can see is jumping up today. Here's JXY making a move higher today. And let's take a quick look at everything across the board for a second. I want to take a look at the heat map just to see what is moving today. Let's go to the market heat map. By the way, this is the EdgeFinder. It's one of the free things that you get if you win today's giveaway. So again, take a look in the chat, send a message to Drew. He's going to hook you up with a chance to get on the board. All you have to do is send him the word giveaway. It's the pinned comment right now. So taking a look at the heat map today, and when I say heat map, man, it's hot in my office right now. I got no AC doing the stream for you guys, and it is summer in the South in the US. It is hot. So hit the thumbs up on the stream. Thank you for being here. Let's keep going. If I start sweating, I actually am already sweating. I may get sweaty on the stream. We're here doing chart analysis, thick and thin, hot and cold, part of the year. So here we go. Top moving markets. We have the S&P 500 up today. We have oil up today. We have US30 up today. Dollar ZAR, NZD CAD, NZD US. Hey, the NZD pairs are making a move higher today. NZD Swiss, Pound Aussie, Dollar Tri, Dollar CAD, JP225. Look at this. My man Nawaz says GBP NZD. Absolutely, especially when we just got done talking a little bit about the NZD pairs. Look at this. We got a donation from Nawaz Sharif. Nawaz, you get put up on the board again. Thank you for the stream support. Nawaz is already up on the board, but this is going to be our first ad of the day. And Nawaz wants to take a look. His selected currency pair that he asked us to take a look at was Pound New Zealand. Let me see if I can get my focus fixed There we go. Let's look at pound New Zealand and see what's going on with GBP NZD. And in a second, what we'll do is we'll check in with Drew, see if he's got messages for us. Drew, if you're watching the stream, who's our picks? You gotta let us know. Send me a DM on Discord, letting me know which ones you want to put in the board. GBP NZD, what are we thinking? Well, let's take a look together. Again, GBP NZD has been sort of a choppy one recently. Here's the daily chart. You can see we've really not gone anywhere. In fact, if you're longer term, Nawaz, if you're looking at this thing from a swing trading perspective, for me, it's like, okay, well, gotta wait for a break one way or the other, because we have to think about what we're doing here. When we're trading pound New Zealand, for those of you guys who are fundamental traders or you're interested in fundamentals, let's think about what we're looking at. GBP NZD. The GBP in this case is probably your more safe haven currency. So I guess it kind of depends the context. But generally speaking, in a risk-off environment, we'd probably expect pound New Zealand to make a move higher. We saw that during different parts of the year, but right now, this is sort of not doing that sort of expectation. We're seeing a consolidation phase. A break one way or the other could offer some opportunities on the daily chart on the higher time frames. We are poking up into this area. If we see rejection, which we are currently seeing, and you're short biased, perhaps a move back down to the previous low is in order. It seems like we're getting a lot of rejection here around the 1.96. Hey, look at this. Pankaj Kumar is a new YouTube member on the A1 Trading YouTube live stream. So we're streaming on 2 channels right now, just so you guys know. Thank you, Pankaj. That's awesome. You're one of our first couple members on the channel. So thank you so much for your support. By becoming a member, you support what we're doing here. These streams cost money. They take time. There's a lot of people involved. So thank you for supporting the stream. Pankaj, let me put you up on the board really quick. As a member, Pankaj, and then last name Kumar. Pankaj Kumar is up on the board. Thank you very much. And Pankaj, if you have any questions, if you have charts, members get priority over which charts we take a look at. If you are the kind of person that watches the stream, consider being a member and you can request certain charts. Joseph, who is already a member, also drops a donation and says, can you take a look at GJ? Good to short, question mark? Joseph, good question. I'd like to look at GJ here in this current situation. Joseph, I'm putting you up on the board again. Here we go. And in a second, we got to do some free giveaway people or some free ads on the stream. Let me see. Who's our selection? I'm getting it from Drew right now. Okay, he's got a couple names coming through. I'm going to show them up on the screen in just a second, you guys. And we're going to look at the GJ in the meantime. And then we got to put some names up on the board. So GJ, good for a short. Okay, you know what? I'm going to say this. And as much as I like the idea of shorting the yen, pound yen looking really weak right now. We came into a supply level, and just as you might expect coming up into a major supply zone on the daily chart, we've seen staunch rejection, very, very strong sell pressure. So I think GJ in the meantime does look like it has some potential to continue to go lower. So now that we've looked at the daily chart and we've respected resistance or supply zones, it's time to drop down into the lower time frames. Looking at the 4-hour chart, where's the next place of potential on the higher time frames where we could head back down to retest? Well, perhaps the previous low is a good, strong start if pound yen continues to be weak. So then using multi-time frame analysis, we can drop down one more level and take a look at the 1-hour chart. Should we see a retest of resistance, it's very possible that that could be a nice little short-term move to the downside. So for perhaps for GJ traders, if you see, this move is already kind of played out, but let's say you retest this area, possibly continuations to the downside could be in order. So I do kind of like that. Let's set up a trade idea. Let's talk about that, because of course, if price breaks past the previous high, we got to be careful that we're not holding on to a loser. This is this is a little bit of a longer term idea right here that we're talking about here, but you can see, you might be able to tighten up the stop loss a little bit. In this case, you're getting like 4 to 1. And that's not a bad idea. Now, of course, The trade may have already been behind us in hindsight, but if we do get a retest somewhere in this this intraday action, could be something of interest. Okay, so we have some news for you guys. Let me do a little bit of a check-in. Bianca, thank you very much for the donation to the stream. If you have a chart you would like me to look at, I'm happy to do that. And Nawaz, give me 1 second. I'll put you up on the board and take a look at that. Let me just add the people. So we have a couple free entries that we're doing right now. So those of you guys who sent a message to Drew, here's our 3 selections. We have Mamata Sahu. So let me see if I can put that on. Mamata Sahu. Hopefully I said your name correctly. I apologize if I didn't. Julian is up on the board as well. Julian, if you're in the stream, Julian, stick around for a chance to win. Bien Barbachano. Bien. How do I spell Bien and Barbachano? Barbachano. Okay, there we go. We got our 3 frees on the board. If you stick around, guys, we're going to do 3 more frees in just a moment. Did we have another member join us? Falcon Chase, a new member on the stream. Thank you so much for the willingness to sign up and support our channel on A1 Trading. That's our secondary YouTube channel where we are also streaming right now. Thanks so much. Nawaz says pound New Zealand double top and break last lower low short. Let's look. Let's look at pound New Zealand. I apologize for not taking a little bit more time on that. Let's go back to pound New Zealand and take a little closer look. Pound pairs looking pretty weak right now. And perhaps if you're looking at, let's see, what time frame is Nawaz looking at? And also Nawaz, I'll put you up on the board as well for one more time. I'm just going to put Nawaz because you're on the board a couple times here already. That should be recognized. And then bam, let's keep going on pound New Zealand. So pound New Zealand, is it a short? Well, the higher time frames would suggest that we've hit into a level of resistance and could be headed back down to the previous low that we highlighted here. So for those of you guys who are trading this thing intraday, taking a multi-time frame analysis, which we do very often on the channel, what we could make the argument for is any retest of resistance here today, if we get another poke up into that area, could offer some nice risk to reward, shorting in anticipation that that level has become kind of the top for the time being. If that happens, could be some excellent risk to reward here on a retest. So I don't hate that. Pound New Zealand possibilities could be in play. Let's go look for a second. We'll take a pause to go look at the EdgeFinder and see what's going on here today. Again, we mentioned some of the top pairs. Some of the weakest pairs of the day come in as the yen crosses today. Swiss yen down big today. Might be a buy in my personal opinion. There may be some opportunities to go long pound yen on a retest. And then we also have dollar yen, pound yen, CAD yen. So the yen crosses today. Question is, do you guys think that those yen crosses are a short? Could be an interesting thing to look out for. Yeah, we'll tune into some of those. I also want to take a look at the score chart summary, see if there's any trades that are up on the list. Swiss yen comes in as a buy. Let's go look at Swiss yen. Taking a second to look at Swiss yen here, see what's going on. So Swiss yen pulling back today. I might need to pick up some of this. Frank, if you're watching the stream, Swiss yen pulling back today might be an opportunity to pick it up long. We're seeing a pullback to support. I do like this. This could be something of interest. And I think that the more premium option would be to wait for a retest here. But if you're very bullish, perhaps there is an opportunity to look for some intraday pullbacks. I like this area here. I like this spot here. Maybe the 38.2 could come into play and offer some nice levels of support. We'll look out for that. That's a trade idea. I do like that a lot. Swiss yen long. It comes up on the top of our market scanner. And anytime that will happen, I am usually looking for potential opportunities should the technicals also align with the fundamentals / sentiment that the tool offers us. So that's going to be awesome. Guys, we need to do another round of free giveaways because we got to fill this board up, guys. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things on the board. Also, Falcon Chase, I didn't add you to the board. I'm so sorry. Let me get Falcon Chase up on the board for becoming a channel member. Falcon Chase. Falcon Chase, you're on the board, my man. Thank you very much for supporting the channel by becoming a YouTube member. By the way, for those of you guys, if you are looking to become a YouTube member, there's a bunch of perks. Some of them include things like priority on our live streams to request certain charts. Hey, Nick, could you please take a look into gold? Absolutely, Falcon. Again, you got the channel membership privileges. We'll take a look at gold here for Falcon Chase. And guys, right now, before I jump into a gold analysis, let's do something. We're going to give away more slots on the board. Remember, once we fill it up, we're going to spin it. Whoever hits the board is going to get everything that we have for free. Our market scanner, our gold membership to our Discord community, trade alerts and chat, all that sort of stuff is up on the board. Nawaz, thank you again for the donation. You're up on the board one more time. We'll get Nawaz in the stream here. Nawaz up on the board, would like to take a look at dollar yen. That's going to be our next one. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to give away 3 more spots on the board. 1, 2, 3. We have 4 spots left. So let's do 3 more free spots here. What we're going to do is we are going to have you send a message in Telegram to Emily. If you didn't win the first time, check it out. Take advantage of the second try. We're going to drop a link right now. Send the word giveaway to Emily right now in Telegram. We're dropping the chat. So what you have to do, go on your YouTube chat, wherever it is, and click this link. Send Emily the word giveaway. That's all you have to do for a free chance to win everything that we have, 100% free, no strings attached. All you got to do is send a message to Emily. We'll select 3 random people. Emily, if you would take a few minutes and then maybe in the next 3-4 minutes, send me a DM with the people that are going to be put up on the board, and then we'll get that set up. So let's look at gold, and then we're going to look at dollar yen for Nawaz. So thank you very much for the channel membership and support of the stream. Let's keep going. Take a look at gold. So man, gold is strong this morning. Look at this, you guys. Gold looking very, very healthy. Look at this hourly candle. Huge upside on gold this morning. And look at this. Looks like we're about to take out the highs as we speak on stream here today. For the bulls, watch for a break. If we get a close, we've got just 8 minutes left on this candle. If we get a close outside, this to me looks like a bullish opportunity on any sort of retest. I like gold long. I have gold long already. I am in a long position on gold in one of my accounts, and I am looking for more upside on gold. I love this market structure here. What we can see is that price came down, retested this low, and look, pinpoint tested the low before rallying off of this morning, coming in very, very strong. What's the dollar doing? Is the dollar down today? Look at that, dollar down today, and gold seeing some appreciation off of the back of that. That's a huge move there for the gold bulls. I would say for anybody watching this, watch for a break above this. If we close outside of it, that would be potentially a trigger to buy on a retest, in my personal opinion, with stop losses in place. Of course, continuations could include a move back up to the previous high here. Again, we'll take a look at that and see. We'll see how that goes. So let's see targets in mind. Let's see if we could set up some entries. There we go. Stops, targets. I don't hate this, but again, it's contingent upon a very key point. Can we break and close outside of this on an hourly candle? Any pullback after that? I like gold long personally. In fact, I like gold long on the longer term. We put out a documentary style video on the A1 Trading YouTube stream yesterday, and that was huge. Steven, what's up, man? Steven with the $5. Let me get you up on the board very quickly, and then we're going to look at dollar yen for Nawaz. Steven, thank you so much for the stream donation. Steven Crummel. There we go. Up on the board. Thank you very much, Steven. So now it's time, you guys. We gotta look at dollar yen here, and then we're gonna look at Bianca's Aussie yen. Absolutely, Bianca, you're next. Thank you very much. Bianca gets to go up on the board, and we're gonna throw up a couple names here. So Joseph Chai is already on there, but Joseph has to get thrown up on there again because he won the Telegram. Hold on, let me show you guys this so that we can do this here. Joseph Chai. And then we have Glenn Xavier. And then we have Justin Cameron. Okay. There we go, you guys. We're filled up. All those, okay, we had a couple extra donations. I'm going to rush through everything. I apologize for all the donations. I can't get to them all that quickly. Here's the thing. All the donations that get left over, We're going to add you to the board tomorrow. So don't worry. You're going to still get access to a potential win. Right now, we just filled up the board, and I think it's time for us to do a spin. So let me do this real quick. I'll get this full screen, and then we're going to jump back into some charts and finish out the day. Let's see who our winner is today. Da, 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 da. Don't you love that? Is that not the most satisfying thing ever? Here we go. Let's see who our winner is today. And again, this is for everything for free that we have. The gold membership, the EdgeFinder, and so much more. And the winner is Nawaz Sharif. Nawaz, if you are in the stream, which I believe you are, Nawaz, send a message to Emily or Drew, either one of us. Or if you would like to, another easy way to do it would be to send a direct email to our team. In fact, this is probably the easiest one. A1trading.com. There we go. There's the link. Da, 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 da. Thank you, Nawaz, and thank you to everybody on the board for supporting the stream and for playing today with our thing. Congratulations in the chat, and yeah, big shout out to all the members and people who supported. Let me take a look at Aussie yen for Bianca. I promised I would do that, and then we're going to look at dollar yen as well. Actually, let's do dollar yen and Aussie yen together because I think that they're going to be very similar. I'm actually looking for dollar yen pullbacks. I'm looking for Aussie yen pullbacks on a big dip like this, higher time frames. I don't love dollar yen specifically, but maybe if you get, let's see. I think we're probably coming in at a 50% retracement. So maybe there's something here. Let's look at the 1 hour chart. And then, yeah, we broke that 38.2. I don't love that. Perhaps something in here could be of interest. Little bit more spike to the downside. 50% retracement could set up for some nice opportunities to get in on that dollar yen trade. I still like it personally. I'd be very willing to potentially pick up a position, and perhaps I even will today as we come in to those levels. I like that. Next up is Aussie yen for Bianca. Bianca, thank you for the stream donation today. We're going to take a look at Aussie yen for you. So I like Aussie yen long as well, and a possible pullback to these levels could be of interest. It's not my favorite of the list. Like I said, I like things like CAD yen a lot right now, but this level is hard to deny. Major structural levels of support here, possibly a nice place to go long. Looking for a continuation back to the previous high. And yeah, that's one of my watch lists for sure. I like that one. I like that potential for a possible move back to the previous high as we come in here. I would say dollar or Aussie yen is one that I also could see a chance to take advantage of. Guys, let me just say something before we end the stream. For those of you guys who did not get your charts looked at, I apologize. I'm doing as many as I can here on the streams. What we're going to do is everybody who donated to the stream after we filled up the board, I'm going to add you tomorrow. So you're still going to get on the board. Thank you for your stream donations. Thank you for supporting the stream. Again, there's a lot of cost to running these streams in the office and all this stuff. In fact, God, you can tell I'm sweating like crazy. It's because our AC is out in the office and it's so dang hot. My hairstyle got all screwed up and I literally take like 4 hours a day to set up my hair. I'm kidding. That it's only like 2 hours. Thank you guys for being here on the stream. That's got to be it for me. I got to go get back in the cooler air. It is hot as anything. Before we go, though, we have another stream starting. She's not here yet, so I'm going to go for another minute or two. But once Lins joins the stream, she'll be taking over the stream. It'll be awesome, and we'll go from there. Let me look through a couple more things, see if I missed anything. And a big shout out to all the new channel members. We had several new channel members join us today, which was amazing. Nawaz says, me and my girlfriend just jumped on the announcement. Nawaz, congratulations, man. That is so exciting. I'm glad that you're going to be a member, and I'm glad that you're going to be trying out our tool. Again, thank you for all the support on the stream. It really means a lot. Ashley, what's up? Channel member. Let's go, Ashley. Ashley's up on the board next time. I got to make a note of the names. Ashley and everybody else who became a member or donate to the stream, we'll add you to the next giveaway wheel. So if you stick around, we'll get you back up there. In fact, actually, can you guys in the cooler weather, Chandler or James or somebody, can you guys just write down the names of people that we missed on the stream? I think the last one that we added was Justin Cameron. So anybody who donated after I think it was Stephen Cromwell. Anybody after Stephen Cromwell who became a member or donated to the stream, can you guys just make sure that we have a list of that so I can add them to the board? I don't want anybody to not get a chance to win next time because if you donated, if you supported the stream, you totally deserve to be up on that board next time. So you guys are amazing. We've got a Lins coming in here in just a moment, and Lins is going to be taking over the stream for us. In fact, I'd like to say hello to Lins when she gets here. What's up? P49 came in with the super sticker. Mannix, what's up, Mannix? Mannix, you get added to the board once we get a fresh board as well, and we'll go ahead and let me back out of here and say hello to Lins. Lins, are you in there? Are you coming out? Let's see. Oh, there she is. What's up, Lins?
Hey, what's going on?
Not a lot. Hey, new stream style. I'm going to basically just hand it off to you. So there's no delay between streams because it just adds a logistical thing. And plus we can introduce you to way more people like this. So guys, if you don't know Lins, what are you doing? She's like up and coming. She's a rising star in the Forex game. You're more of a day trader, right? You're more short term. And tell us, Lins, before I give you the stage, what's like your main markets that you trade? I know them, but for the people who don't, what's your main focus?
So my main focus is GBPJPY. Then I focus on gold. And then as we get towards New York, we actually just added NAS 100 to the stream. So we're taking a look at US30 and the NASDAQ.
Very, very cool. So guys, we're going to leave it to Lins. She's got some setups. Lins, I got a request for you. We had a couple people who became members today. If you see any messages from them, show them some love for me. They're supporting what we're doing here and making it possible. So if you see them in the chat, say hello to them. They're real ones. And with that said, I'm going to back out and give you the show. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, enjoy it.
All right, welcome to the stream, y'all. Welcome to all the new members on the A1. I see y'all. Ashley Cox, welcome. Nepsy, what's up? Denisha, I see you in the chat. Okay, so just going to do a quick overview of what we did earlier on stream today. I did manage to get into a trade, but it didn't work out too well. So I'm going to talk about that. So let's just rewind this back to about 7 o'clock. So I usually start my stream around 6:30. So this is what I walked into. I did see this beautiful fall here during London session on GJ. However, I was not able to be a part of that because that's when I sleep, right? So then when I come onto the charts, and what do I see? Well, I see consolidation. Okay. So here's the thing about trading. They always say, oh, go with the trend, go with the trend. Well, the overall trend on the daily is bearish. The 1 hour is bearish. Everything was bearish. Okay. So when I'm looking at this in my mind, I'm like, all right, let me just wait for price to give a pullback, right? And then I'll hop into it. Okay. So all I do is I just take my recent resistance, which is up here. Support is down here, right? And I typically just play this out. Okay. So you're going to see here, I'm going to show you something. This move right here, I did not catch, right? And my mistake was not looking for an area for price to go bullish as well. Now, I typically in the morning, I look for areas for buys. I look for areas for sells. Today, I only looked for areas for sells because the overall trend was bullish. So that's a mistake on my part. Okay, so my advice is to always try to look at the market both ways. Now, if I looked at this both ways, I'm going to show you what I could have seen on a higher time frame. I'm going to bring this back right before that breakout. Let's go to the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, before 7 o'clock happened, we do see it consolidating, but what do you notice? This 1 hour candle closed bullish, okay? Next 1 hour candle, this is the important one. We created a wick down, and then we started pushing up, all right? So if I had put a line here at the top of this 1 hour candle, now the reason why I would put a line here is because this would be the point where the bottom wick is formed for the candle to flip up bullish. Okay, so as you practice more with candlesticks, you're going to learn where that point is for that candle to flip up bullish after it creates a wick. So when I'm on a lower time frame, I'm going to know, hey, the 1 hour flipped up bullish at this point in time. So let's go down to the 30-minute. If we go down to the 30-minute, a 30-minute, right, two of these is that 1 hour candlestick. So that 1 hour candlestick is made up of these two candles. The first half of that hour, we wick down, closed bullish. Boom, there's an indication of buys. However, we do have this minor resistance here, right? That's the zone we have here, okay? So what do we see on the next 30-minute candle? We continuously, impulsively push up through these highs. So with that said, This could have been a really great trade if we took an impulse entry at the break of this zone. Okay. Now, another thing you could have did was you could have put a line here on the 30-minute, right? And this is why I have my 30-minute, my 1 hour. I have lines for every single time zone so that I'm able to see it on a lower time frame. You could have put a line here on the 30-minute. And if I do that, I typically just put my zone over it like this. And then when you're on the 15-minute, which I do like to watch the 15-minute, then by knowledge of the 1 hour's closing bullish, the 1 hour's pushing bullish, 30-minute close bullish, 30-minute is pushing bullish, boom, impulse entry. Okay. So this would have been an impulse entry. Could have potentially got to the body 34 pips, to the wick about 42 pips, right? Stop loss would be below here for 8 pips, right? So this could potentially be, just put this to the body, a 3x return, a 4x return, you know? I know impulse entries are a little bit more advanced, but I'm just giving you an example of some confluences you can use. You can use your lines here. You can use your zones here. And I'm also giving you an example of when you're looking at the overall trend, sometimes that's not the case for the day. Okay, you just got to remember that. I get a lot of people in chat say, oh, you're taking a counter trend trade. You're doing this, you're doing that. Sometimes there's counter trend trades. Here's an example right here, 40 pips. Okay, and then the last thing I want to point out about this confluence here is when you're looking at this, you do see the uptrend, number one. Number two, you can see price came down, came up, came down, came up. Okay, so you can clearly see that we made a higher low. Okay, maybe not clearly see it, but after I draw it, now you can kind of see it a little bit, right? So it is important to get on these charts so that you are able to see these things. Okay, they're harder to spot, I know. If I go on to the 5-minute, you can see it a little better. See it? Kind of made like a W. Okay, so we know that's an indication of an uptrend. So there's a few different confluences here. Like I said, we did miss them because I was only looking at it in a bullish way, but in a bearish way, I'm sorry. But it is what it is. So let's clear that off. I'm going to show you the trade I actually ended up taking. So let's see here. So when price came up, made this high, and then closed bearish here, I looked at it on a higher time frame. I believe it was the hourly. Okay. And I kind of spotted this key level here on GJ. Then I came back down to the 15-minute and I said, oh, you know, we tested off of this key level. Looks like we can't pass it. So if we can't pass that key level, then I'm thinking price is going to drive down in this clean range we have here, right? So let me get my range so you can see what I'm talking about. We got this candle we can fill out. If we continue to go down, we got this candle to fill out. And then I thought to myself, that would be perfect because that's exactly what happened here, right? We consolidated up, got to push down, right? Consolidated up. Maybe in my mind, I was picturing now we're going to get the push down. Okay. Now, the last thing I looked at on the hourly was this. I said we got 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, right? It took 4 candles for this pullback. Okay. Now look at this one. We got about 1, 2, 3, 4 candles for the pullback, right? History repeats itself. Okay. So within looking at it this way, instead of keeping that up there, all I did was just put a zone here. And I said that if price continues down here, should be an impulse entry. Okay. So this was at 8:15. All right. And then I was looking for price to break this low right here. So we'll just put a sell stop here. Okay. Because in my mind, if price is testing this area and it wants to flip up bullish, right, then we're not going to be breaking that low, right? But if price comes down to break this low again, then we should be going to the downside, right? Because we're breaking this low. So that's why I decided to put my sell stop here in theory that we will fill out this range. Now this happened. Boom. You're seeing the candle close, but you're not seeing what actually happened because we're in replay mode, right? So I did enter exactly here, put my stops above here for about 10 pips, a little bit more than that, about 11 pips. Okay. Targeting this area for about 30 pips. So I was going for a 3x return here. Did not work out that way. I promise you, the first 5 to 7 seconds, it went straight to 10 pips, which I do like to secure some at 10, right? It went straight to here. I took off some partials. I moved my stops to break even. Okay. And it literally wicked back up, hit my entry. Then it decided to continue down. Yes, that's exactly what happened. So I did not get my 30 pips. In fact, I got like a fraction of profit because I took partials at 10 and then I got stopped at break even. So it didn't really go in my favor, but my theory was right? The analysis was right. The execution was great. Okay. So I'm going to show you on the 5-minute how this happened. Boom. You see it right there. So I've been noticing this happen a lot more this year than any other years. As you could see, I actually ended up going into profit about 22 pips before that ended up happening. But I ended up closing at, partials at 10. 22 pips in profit. And then boom, we get this guy. This wick just had to do it. I just had to be extra. We just got to be extra, come up, hit my entry point where I had my break even, and then we continue down. So that's what happened to me this morning. Like I said, I have been noticing these a lot more in the middle of a 15-minute candle. It is severely annoying. It's market manipulation at its finest. That is what it is. And I think it's because there's a lot more people getting into trading, So it is what it is, but it happens. There are some people on my stream who did not move their stops to break even, and they held out their trades at the stop loss, which kudos to them for the confidence. And they let it flock. They let it go to 30. So that's nice. Okay, so that was pretty much my trade of the day. Let's just put this back live where it is now. As you can see, we're slowly moving down here. So after that trade, price, as you can see, just started to consolidate a little bit. I know it's starting to push down now, but in my mind, now that I'm looking at it, this is a range price, right? So if we're coming into this range, I can't be surprised that we're ranging here. So I would personally stay out of this until we get away from this area. All right, we got to get below this area for me to start looking for some more trades, because if not, I'm good, or maybe even above this area. We'll see though. All right, so that's my bias on GJ for the day. Let's see. Let's go over to gold. Gold's a fun one today. I felt like watching gold today, I felt like I just watched pips just fly across the screen. I felt like just watching money just go away. So here's the thing on gold. Let's put this in replay mode to about here. I think this 7 o'clock candle would have been a really great entry. We watched this happen right in front of our face. However, I think it was a very tough entry to take, because look at this. So when I came onto the charts, literally this candle was forming. This candle had just started. It was consolidating, so I wasn't necessarily looking for sells on this candle. But what I did place here was I put sells below this area. Get my sells below. When I came on here to the morning, and I'm going to show you why. Right. So on the hourly, this is what I saw. This is literally what I saw in the morning. Literally saw this. So I said, oh, okay. So if we're coming down, if we're bearish for the day, the daily's bearish, everything else was bearish. I do see that price was trying to fill out this area. Well, it looks like we still got room to fill out this area, correct? We still got 53 pips more to go. So since price made a low here in the 1 hour, I had put sells below this area, which still gives a 35, 36 pip range, which isn't bad, right? That's a little piece of the pie. So when I came down to the 15-minute, I said, all right, I'm going to just wait for price to get, form a little structure for me a little bit. And then maybe we'll look at some entries, So this is what ended up happening though. Boom, at 7. It happened quick. If you're watching this live, it just came right down. So I didn't take any impulse entries here because the previous candle tried to break down, this candle tried to break down, this candle tried to break down. So what are the odds that this candle does the same thing and it actually did make it down? So if we take a look at this on the 30, you're going to see that we did break this 30-minute low. So, this all comes down to preference, right? And strategy, right? If you are okay with impulse entries, then maybe perhaps you looked at this and maybe you just took an impulse entry here. Maybe you did. I'm not saying that's a bad entry. I don't think it's a bad entry at all. But when it comes to my personal trading plan, what I'm finding this year as a full-time trader, I don't typically take that many impulse entries. With my strategy, I do wait a lot. It's a lot of waiting. I wait for closures. But I'm finding that this year, I'm not getting my closures as much, and that's just the truth. So I'm finding that I do have to adjust my strategy now to take more impulsive entries. That's literally what I'm finding because I'm really not getting those closures. And that's just part of the game. You have to adapt. You do have to adapt. Okay. So looking at this, while we're back testing this now, maybe the 30-minute break here would not have been a bad entry. Let's go back to the 15. Okay. To the body here would have been about 11 pips. To the wick would have been about 27 pips. Remember, overall TP here is what? 40, 41, 40? Let's say 40. All right. Next candle continued a little bit. Next candle, bang. Okay. Now, it's not magic that we guessed that price was going to do this. It's not about guessing. It's about the entries, right? So you're going to find that on my stream, our analysis is pretty, I wouldn't say it's 100%, but it's like 99.999%. Always on point. So it's not so much the analysis, it's these entries, right? These entries are tough. So I want to show you something. After this candle closed like this, people said, Lins, are we getting in on the next candle? What are we doing? And the way I'm looking at this is, hey, in my knowledge of trading, this just dropped like 40 pips itself. It's got to be tired, right? We got to have some type of pullback or something. Now, I know it's gold. I know gold moves pips, but just think about it. If it just dropped 40 pips in a candle, then what are the odds that the next candle is going to continue down? Because by rules of price action here, if we're taking an entry on that next candle, then our stop loss should be at the previous because you don't know how big this wick is going to be, right? When this candle first starts, you don't know how big that wick is going to be. So that's why it's better for you to use the previous candle high, which would be about 30 pips. So now this is turned into like a one-to-one trade, and that's not what we want, right? We want a better R to R. So I had put that on my screen for a little bit that, hey, we're looking for a better R to R. I don't think that's good. That's not my preference, at least. And I want to point out something. This wick, as this 15-minute candle was forming, believe it or not, this was like a baby wick. This wick wasn't even that high. This wick was like right around here. And then towards the end of the candle, it made a higher wick, and then it came down again, and then it closed. So what am I trying to tell you? What I'm trying to tell you is when this candle first started, I'm going to show you right now. The wick was like right here. Let's say you were in this trade. Towards the end of the 15 minutes, what happened? It made a higher wick. You would have got stopped out if you used this as your stop loss, right? So my question to you is you have to think, when you enter trades, where's my stop loss going to be, right? So the reason why we didn't enter here is because the valid stop loss would make sense to be up here, but not in sense of this trade, right? This trade, no. Okay, makes sense? So moving on here. I see Moni in the chat. I see BB in the chat. Macia, what's up? I see George, Jormel, Kareem. I see you. And just by luck, this next candle did come down and retrace off. All right, so moving on. Right, we came down to this major zone, right? Retraced off of it. Cool, we bounced off. Now, remember what we said earlier about price being in an overall downtrend and looking at the trend of the day, and sometimes you have to look at it a different way. Here's another example, because what ended up happening on gold, right? Everything was bearish about gold today. The daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, everything. London session, what happened? Boom. What happened to no counter trend trading? What happened to all that stuff? You got to understand that the trend is always going to change, number one. Number two, it really depends on what time frame you're looking at. And number three, I hate to say it, but sometimes too much knowledge can be too much, because now you're caught, right? Now you're caught between, okay, I see price moving bullish. I understand that. But then you're caught between, oh, I was told not to counter trend trade. And then you sit here and you watch this go up and up and up and up and up and up without you. Okay. So I'm going to show you something. I think this, when we look on the 1 hour, yeah, there it is. It's on the 1 hour. Okay. So when we look at this on the 1 hour, we know we came into this demand zone here. Okay. To me, the hint was on this candle. This was the hint. Demand zone, reversal candle, bullish pressure. 3 things here on this candle. Why bullish pressure? Well, that's because look at the body of that candlestick. Look how small it is. It's so small. So that's price pushing up. Okay. That's bull pressure. That's number one. Number two, bang. Bullishing off and closure. Okay, bullishing off and closure. Now, there's another thing you could have did here. Maybe you like trend lines. Maybe you're a trend line trader. That's fine. Maybe you looked at it as bouncing off of the trend line. That's cool. You could have thought about it that way, right? Nonetheless, let's get a little detailed here. So at this point in time on this candle, I thought about taking an entry when this candle started to form right here. As soon as it broke these highs, I thought about it and I didn't. And I'm going to tell you why I didn't. I didn't take an entry because I didn't like the way this looked right here. I figured this was too choppy. Then I was thinking about, okay, the overall trend is bearish, so maybe we're just coming up here to test it out, then come back down. You know, kind of like how GJ did, how GJ came up and then came back down. But that's not what ended up happening. That's not what ended up happening. So what ended up happening is this. We went crazy. We went bullish. So what I'm thinking is next time to not so much be too petty about the choppiness here, right? Don't be too petty about that. Just look at what's going on overall. Overall, we had this hourly closure bullish. We had a reversal candle. We're back up in this trend line. It looks like price wants to range up. Everything else was green light for bulls here. So I was the one holding myself back on that one. If I did take my entry here, let's see what I would have, because I haven't even measured out what I would have missed out on today. Wow. Yeah, I would have missed out on a lot. You know, I probably would have got out here at the top of this resistance knowing how I trade. So looks like I missed like 70 pips today. It's all good though. All right. And then the last thing I want to talk about on gold is this. So when we're around this area of 1838, I believe, we did have someone in the chat ask, Lins, are you going to look for buys above this resistance? And I said, no, because first of all, it was looking like this. So let's just get the next resistance. The next resistance over here, right? So it was looking like this at the time. I said, no, I wouldn't just take a buy in the next candle because to me, as much as price is moving up, up, and up, we never got a pullback yet, right? We never got any type of consolidation or a pullback or some type of structure form here, you know? So what I like to look for is structure if I'm going to enter a breakout that's already going on, you know? I really make sure, because I used to lose a lot like this, right? I used to lose so many times because I would enter a breakout after the breakout is done. You're looking at this breakout, look at it. It's up like 100 pips now, right? The worst thing I can do is go back to that time when I kept losing trades and enter when the breakout's almost done, especially at resistance, okay? So with that said, I said, no, I'm going to stay out of it. Now, around this time, then we started focusing on NAS, okay? But bam, we got this. We got this candle, right? There goes the pullback. There is the pullback. Missed out on this opportunity, but it's all good. There are a few trades that we have taken on stream where we're waiting for the next candle to flip up. Now, the reason why we use that terminology here right, is because it flips from bearish to bullish. Okay. Now, where it would flip is at this point in time. Okay. So this would be where you would have wanted your buy stop. So let's put that there. Let's pretend we had it there. Okay. Now, when you're going for these, sometimes the stop loss is a little bit difficult because you have two different forms of structure. You have where you could put your stop loss here under this, right? Or sometimes we have candles that do this. Let me show you. So sometimes we have candles that do cross, but for them to cross, they do the most, and they create wicks. You know, let me just get that in the middle for you. They create wicks, right? And those wicks typically outperform the previous candles. So then you have to put your stop loss below here, right? See what I'm saying? So that happens a lot too. So when it comes to placing stop losses here, I'm going to say either use this candle, the previous one, or you can wait for this candle to form, see if it forms a wick. It should be below this candle. Okay. Just a little tip for you. But anyway, buy stop would have been here. The next candle was news, by the way, just why the buy stop would be there. Boom. Like I said, we've taken so many trades like this on stream. This could have been 77 pips. Would have been boom, boom, bang. Got the 70, right? Okay. So that was pretty much gold. The last thing I have to share with you today is NAS. Didn't really do much on US30, so there's not much to talk about. But NAS 100, we wanted to wait for 9:30 to New York Open, which was this candle right here. Okay, so I noticed on NAS, it does a lot of wick stuff when New York opens, so it's pretty tricky. I don't want to get faked out, so I just let the candle go. Let the candle close. By the way, this candle started off bullish, just so you know. It looked like it had a wick down, started off bullish. So like I said, when you are back testing, it is important that you are looking at the live market, okay? Because the perspective of looking at this, it's not how it looked when the candle first started. It looked like these two candles, wick down just like this. It was going up. It actually pushed past this high, right? It probably made a lot of people, especially newbies, take impulsive buys, you know? Just a heads up. But yeah, so we ended up closing bearish here. Now the next candle was a news candle at 9:45. We had that flash manufacturing, I think. Boom. This candle kind of looked like a doji most of the time, actually. And then it went bearish, then went bullish, then went bearish, then went bullish. It was just back and forth, back and forth. But it's a news candle. So again, stayed out of it because news, right? It's NAS. So you got to understand this moves a lot more pips than the other pairs, right? So when we're talking about news being risky, it's even riskier if you're trading one of the indices for news because look at this wick. This wick is like 52 pips. It's crazy. All right. And then at 10 o'clock, we got, what was it? Federal. Let me see. Let me tell you exactly what it was. Oh, Fed Chair Powell testifies at 10 o'clock. So we had news back to back, 3 candles in a row. So I think the safest bet was just to stay out of it and just wait. Okay. So that's just a personal choice. All right. Just personal choice. So that's just me showing you discipline, right? That's me saying, you know what? I don't need to force a trade here. I understand the next 3 candles are news. Let me just chill out. Let me relax, just let it be. All right. So it's really important that you develop patience as a trader, develop some type of discipline and have a system. All right. And like we went over earlier with GJ and gold, just because the overall trend was bearish for the day does not mean you can't counter trend. It's all perspective. Like I said, it's all perspective. You just got to look at the overall picture of what's currently going on in the market. All right. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate y'all talking in the stream. Hyperbolic said, can we all get rich? Appreciate that, y'all. If you want to follow me, my name is OfficialLins. You can look me up on YouTube. I'm always here. So I'm here to help. Thank you so much, y'all.
Thanks again for watching today's show. Our goal at A1 Trade is to continue to share free value to our audience through daily videos and articles, keeping you up to date with the latest market coverage. If you enjoy our content, make sure to subscribe for more. And remember to check the description below if you're looking for a new broker, trying to get funded, or looking for a trading community to join. From all of us at A1 Trading, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.